Sandbox played so well that I'm actually going to award my MVP vote to an ability. It's Realm Warp, because Realm Warp won them this game. Now, Mountain Drake would be another good argument, but Sandbox Gaming controlled everything except the Drake. They had a lot of gold in their team. They had a Jace who was so powerful, but they didn't turn that into Drakes. They tried to find leads elsewhere. That meant that they left it open to the gods of RNG, so you don't... It would be a Sylas counterpick if you think about it. The ults here to steal are not so great. Consider, which ult are you stealing as Sylas? You can impersonate Jace. The Jarvan ult obviously is pretty decent. The Karma ult, not great. The Thresh ult is okay, and I guess Kalistar is probably one of the most interesting ones. And just honestly, who do you bind yourself to at level 1? Rek'Sai becomes hot and heavy in the first 25 minutes.
Desperately trying to, so game number 2 gonna start. Let's see how it goes. So that the players themselves expected a 2-1, and so far it looks like the teams are very even. We're going to have our first fight of the game. Nice stun into the wall. So we do have Onsley coming on down. He's level 4. Looking for some action. Really trying to force this one onto that.
Engage!
Follow that CC, but he's able to buffer it. They get on top of Joker, but he is able to flash away.
Top lane.
Meanwhile, top side here, Nuguri does he have that Kingslayer trying to get on in. No mana for Caleb. He's going to knock him up. But the minions and the auto. It's going to be enough. First blood goes to Dove in the solo kill.
Nuguri tries to play for lane, but he's not able to do it. Really big that Karma picks up the kill. If Karma goes to some great team fight, Sylas. Might have to be team fight Sylas because we get a replay of the 1v1.
It's hovering over the cooldown as well, just to give you a better idea of what he did not have available.
It goes in without Kingslayer up, and by the time he pops the Kingslayer, look at this, flashes away from what would have been Kingslayer. The heal never comes through. Punked by Summit, nice 1v1 moment. Punked by Dove.
I got him. Arrow now coming on in, just gonna straight up base check this, but there is a Rek'Sai behind. They do get the knock up here on a Ghost, but they don't have the damage just yet. Coming from behind here is Showmaker, and finally he is gonna go down as Sylas makes his way in. A double kill for Nuguri. Has the heal even from the AD carry and stays alive. Someone Gaming able to get 3 off of the back of that.
They come from all angles, and Sandbox can't find the positioning with the Karma being able to buff everyone. We watched the replay here. It's a double recall spot, and Beryl, who hasn't been able to get things started in the lane, walks up, is Nautilus. We know all about the CC he provides, and the correct range of Damwon Gaming's front line means never any pressure onto Nuclear. He doesn't end up being the hard carry, but he ends up getting 3 autos that aren't possible for the Kalistar. Kalistar wants to hit her timings and run in a comp like this. She can't. The Damwon Gaming coach Kim Jung-soo feels pretty hyped, and so does Nuclear. Being like superheroes, so every time he steals, he's able to like steal the identity of Karma, steal the identity of the opponent. I don't know what the skin name would be, but kind of a big dreamer. He dreams he's Karma. He's Karma for a second.
He does the most damage. He's diving the turret. Nuguri with the aftershock makes it look easy.
Well, no dreams required. He just gets to be Nuguri when he grows up, and he's growing up strong. In game number 2, solo kill onto Karma, Summit and Dove in terms of lane assignments. But in this game, he's looked a lot more like a mid laner in top as Nuguri.
Trying to burst him down.
Where's Kingslayer?
Can he actually get him down here? Looks like he's going to follow up. There's the Kingslayer. He's trying to turn it around. Cataclysm coming on in, but Nuguri lives through the flag even. He's going to be able to get away.
It's outrageous that he lives there on about 15 health at the end, Valdez. Nuguri walks away. Not even a compensatory kill over to Sandbox.
Thought he could fight.
Translated into good build and rune choices, and so far, some great execution. However, how about a third solo kill one way or the other?
Nuguri's got a leash of his own, and now he's hunting. As he is up a level, is going to get in range as well. Going to flash that knock-up is Dove, but man, Sylas, he's got a lot of mobility, guys. He's going back in. Could have seen that coming a mile away as Nuguri picks up.
Only team to leave it open is going to be a problem. But here's the force in mid.
Wow, really trying to force that one. They do it a lot of damage actually to Canyon, but more importantly, are going to make Shelly irrelevant as she does 0 damage.
Hashtag worth on that one then overall from a Sandbox perspective. They made Shelly so that stats can look a bit cleaner. Here's the force. Damwon Gaming won an Infernal. Good luck trying to contest it, although Beryl
Meanwhile, Barrel just gonna ult onto Ghost, who flashes away alone. Cataclysm is on Blade traps himself.
It's going to do a lot of burst damage in an AoE, remember. It applies to all members, not always relevant. We have Cinderhawk Jarvan. This is an AP stacking Sylas.
Oh, in goes Showmaker by himself, does have the Shroud. Not quite able to do that much damage, really. Nuguri is the carry of this team. Both follow-up is just barely gonna fall short onto Barrel as Sandbox now pushing on in.
Does Nuguri take the invitation, doesn't have flash, and needs to actually register his E in order to get into range of this ult. Back away for now. We don't get to see what was going to be some pretty scary bursts from a purely AP stacking Sylas.
Even right now at 23 minutes, as we're going to try to get on top of Nautilus. He does buffer that one, and he is a little bit tanky, but not 4v1. It's a nice catch with the Fate's Call. Will go the way of Sandbox.
Long middle lane there from the Damwon side. They didn't take the control. They've got a Kalistar. Maybe you have to run at it to try to work against Nuguri, but his TP is up.
Teleport available, and nice amount of damage. They do have the Kalistar. Vision, though, entirely on top of them. The Shock Blast doesn't even do that much damage. Flash going to be avoided
Gonna
here
finish this one
by Showmaker. Getting in range with that Shroud as Canyon desperately trying to do so himself. Ult comes in from Showmaker, but he's ticking down. It will go the way of the Kalistar. But can they get out of the pit as Rek'Sai's going in? Look at the knockup coming in from the Nautilus, but it doesn't seem to matter. Nuguri in the backline. Double kill going to Canyon here, as it looks like DWG Gaming are going to be able to clean up the majority of Sandbox here. Only on Fleek will get away.
It was the killing fields for DWG Gaming, just like it proved to be for Sandbox in game number
already, but take a look at Nuguri, level 16.
He wants Cataclysm.
He's not going to be able to grab the Lantern, actually has to go north, but they can't quite get into the back line. They're going to take out the Jarvan first, and Canyon was the one to die, but they have no front line now to Sandbox, as Nuguri jumping on in, as does Showmaker. Nice hook though, as Nuclear is going to get low. Showmaker as well is going to have it turned up, and Nuguri going 1v3. Does he have the damage? He takes out one, but it's not enough to win the fight.
Sandbox actually outplayed them. They needed an outplay. They got one. They've got four of them. Barrow has no health bar. Can they chase one down as well? Gonna have the movement speed soon. Not gonna try it. No value out of an epically fed and farmed Nuguri in that fight. He was actually frustrated at the lead on the side of DWG Gaming, and there is no overall gold lead. So while Kalistar gets older, she kites back fast. Nuguri can't hijack the Cataclysm before Jarvan dies, and Nuguri, who's the person with all the gold, misses the chain, never gets in, and they all get poked out because Ghost lives even after the Nautilus ult.
And the box just in perfect position. They're funneling all through. It's just not enough to actually make it happen, especially after everything missed. And as you mentioned, no Cataclysm. And
불쓰든가.
Go, and then Nice pushing himself.
The race for now. Next game, you're gonna get the turret.
They're gonna get that, and Barrel, unfortunately, is immediately just gonna go down. TP now, they could easily play him. Sandbox, though, is going to turn onto this one, jumping in the back. Nuguri immediately gonna go down, but it's all up to Nuclear now. Can he push them back? He's gonna get the one kill on a Jace. That's okay. We're pushing on in for more. Not wasting any time with this one, but not too many minions. The next wave is coming on in, trying to get some help here. Is Showmaker, but Nuclear on the backside. They're flashing on in. Down goes the GA, but on Fleek. So close with that stopwatch. Joker, though, assassinated by Showmaker. Now Nuclear on the right side, trying to clear it out. Canyon trying to buy some time, and he will, as there are no minions left over for Sandbox to continue pushing.
Sandbox are outplaying DWG, but to one, and they're trying so hard to make about what they have and what the enemy doesn't have. And here's Showmaker.
It's a big deal. Baron spawning in 30 seconds. Can they get the kill onto these two members? Ghost, though, is up and away. Ghost here is actually outplaying the 1v3. He gets the one, he gets the two, he gets the three. Ghost is gonna shut him down.
Unbelievable from Ghost, kiting back there. Nuguri's alive. No TP to try to end the game. Sandbox Gaming, they still want to end it.
Oh man, how does he turn that one around? Nuguri now trying to go 1v3, but it doesn't look like he can. As the shot blast to the face isn't enough. And they take out the Sylas, and now
They've
take
won it!
out the game. 1-1 will be the score as Sandbox win game 2.
They needed to win 330, and at 30-01, the Nexus goes down. Sandbox had the read. If it's not now, we lose. If it's about the Sylas, we lose. They force onto the inhibitor turret at the perfect time. They were looking for Dumb1 Gaming to not make a clear call. Dumb1 tried a lot of things. They almost got there, and a super play from Ghost. So maligned on BBQ Olivers. And struggling at 80 carry. Pulls it off with the Kali on Kalistar. And now Dumb1 Gaming have the question of...